Welcome to the Dynamic Table Tennis Tip of the Week. My name is Brian Pace. In the last episode, Akiko Dunn had specific questions about how to set up the forehand attack, and the questions continue in this next episode to where he's asking how do you set up the backhand attack. And the backhand attack is unique because it's not like the forehand is done from the side of the body and it covers approximately 75% of the table. The backhand loop is done from 25% of the backhand court, which makes it unique. So there's a little bit more involved with actually how to set up a backhand loop, and you can do it one of two ways. You can set a trap, and this is very unique, so I'm going to explain it. Let's take another match. The first part of the match, I have a focus that I want to set a trap for a backhand loop, but I start out with 3 of the 4 returns coming to my backhand. I'm starting in this position, but by the time the return gets to me, I make a forehand attack. So I do that 3 out of 4 times. Now what that does, it leaves an impression that I'm going to serve and step around at least 75% of the time. After the 4 attacks, I make a serve and I stay. And what's going to happen next, if I'm already 1 step ahead of the player, those returns will start going down the line to my forehand. Now I make attacks from my forehand. At this point, tactically, the player has pushed here. I've started in a neutral position only to attack 3 out of 4. And then when they're thinking they're going to catch me off guard stepping around, I've already stayed neutral and I make attacks here. Now, here's where it gets more unique. Most of the players need to see you step around. So if they make a return to the backhand, they want to watch you step. At this point, no stepping. Now I've set the trap. So I make a serve, the return comes, I make a backhand loop. And the reason that the backhand loop is effective is the player is waiting for this lag time before the attacks come, and the backhand loop loads so much quick. And in this particular match, I won every single point when I attempted a backhand loop. So that's how you actually set a trap to do your backhand loop. The second approach to set up a backhand loop is by making serves and serve returns that make the ball gravitate to the backhand. This way of setting the ball up is a little bit more subtle, because if you make a well-placed return, your opponent won't have much of a choice but to go to that location based on the angle that you've achieved. in most cases you won't be able to catch them off guard because you've already got rid of the element of surprise, because you're not trying to do a forehand attack, you're just gravitating the ball to a certain area. If you can mix in the element of surprise with well-placed returns that have the ball go to your backhand, then you're gonna feed your backhand loop, and that's how your backhand loop actually gets better. It doesn't get better because you want to do it, it gets better because you keep setting it up. Akiko, I'm glad you asked about the backhand loop, because I made a DVD called Backhand Loop Training for Table Tennis that basically encompasses every possible scenario you're going to use the backhand, and the link to the DVD is in the description, and it's an extensive DVD that focuses on the following: creating the proper stroke mechanics for the backhand loop, creating the over the table off the bounce backhand loop, learning how to improve stroke production while changing position of the backhand loop, training drills to focus on perfecting the timing of the backhand loop, training drills to focus on placement of the backhand loop, training drills to focus on looping underspin, training drills to focus on setting up the backhand loop from the serve, training drills to backhand loop the serve, training drills to focus on how to improve tactical awareness. Akiko, I do want to thank you for making the purchase at dynamictabletennis.com. I also want to thank you for your questions that are much more extensive. I created these DVDs for a broad range of athletes that want to take themselves from beginner to intermediate on up to advanced level, and I realized that not all the people in the world have access to professional coaching or a professional coach. So these DVDs are meant to be a source for you to go to monitor, fix, modify, or change any given technique that you're working on. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a message and I'll try to turn it into a video. My name is Brian Pace, and I'll see you on the table.